What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a comb over with a little bit of beard work. We're going to knock out our first bald line using the Slimline Pro Allies. Go ahead and knock that all out using our trimmer. And after we use the trimmer there, we're going to go ahead and get started with the fade. So first off, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing to this channel, for following the journey. I appreciate y'all for watching. And hopefully you get something informational, some knowledge out of this tutorial. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and take that lever open. We're gonna start making our initial first panel of hair that we're gonna be fading into. So I'm taking that lever open and kind of just going up and scooping out, not making any harsh lines that we need to fade out. So once we get that done, we're gonna go ahead and take our lever, close that, and I'm just gonna start lever playing and knocking out that line. So we're gonna gradually raise our fade up. We're gonna take that clipper over comb technique. We're gonna use that. I have the lever open, that way we're sure not to take too much hair off of the bulk area that we have. Next, I'm gonna take that one guard closed. We're gonna start raising the fade up just a little bit more, make another panel of hair that we can fade out. So like, follow the process and you'll be able to put out some blurry fades. After we take that one guard, we're gonna take that half guard, lever play. So we're gonna gradually raise that lever open slowly and slowly as we raise the fade up. So that's the goal with these fades, man. Just follow the same process and you'll always put out the same quality work. Consistency is key. That's what helps you as a barber. That's what helps you maintain clientele. So we got that 1.5 guard on there. We threw that on there, making another panel of hair. We're gonna revert back to that one guard lever play, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing we've been doing. Consistency, like I said, is key. I don't know how many times I hear clients complain about this barber or that barber. Oh, he got comfortable with this, he got comfortable with that, and so on and so forth. But that's human nature, is that we get complacent when we do the same processes over and over again. But that's something that you have to get out of that mindset. We may be doing something repetitiously, we may be doing haircuts day in and day out, but you have to always keep in mind that you can't get complacent doing that. You got to always be on your toes. You got to always be putting out the best quality work that you could put out. So right now we have that 1.5 guard and we're doing lever play. After that, I got the number 3 guard, and we're just going to try to connect that fade with the top end of the haircut. And it's going to be difficult because we got a lot of bulk that's just still hanging over. But you take that number 2 guard, get that little bit of lines that you see out, and then we're going to go revert back to the clipper over comb. Now with this clipper over comb portion, I have the 1.5 guard on, lever closed, and we're just going to try to knock out any bit of hair that is hanging past the teeth of the comb, and you just want to get all that knocked out. So you want to go with the grain, with the direction of the hair, and that's the way you're going to be cutting, because you don't want to take too much off going against the grain. So just with the grain, get it nice and blended, nice and even. So since I'm already on this side of the haircut, I'm going to start with the beard blend that we're going to be doing here. It's going to just be the same steps that you're fading up with the haircut, but on this with the beard, you're going to be fading down. So same steps, and we're going to be fading all the way to a 2.5 guard, which I'm using now. So the general portion of the beard is going to be about a 2.5, which is a 2 guard lever open. So with barbering, time management is everything. So since I'm already on this side of the head, I'm going to be edging up the C-cup portion of the beard and also the back portion of the beard. You want to make sure that you're using your time wisely. So since you're already on this side of the head, may as well knock that out while you're over here, instead of turning the client around to do this, around to do that, and so forth. I don't touch the bottom of the beard until I actually lean the client back in the barber chair to do the razor work and stuff like that. So it just gives you more visibility underneath. And right now I'm just cleaning up with the shaver. Then we're going to go ahead and separate the hair to insert a hard part. My client is a police officer. They got the go-ahead for beard growth this past year. So that's why he's growing out his beard. They have a guideline on how long it needs to be, so that's why we're cutting it down pretty short, down to that 2.5. And that's why the hard part is not that drastic as well, is because they got regulations to maintain and professionals to maintain. So we're gonna go ahead and just put a natural thin looking hard part in there. But shout out to my client. He's been rocking with me ever since I even started school. I want to say like 3 weeks into being into school, hair school. he was already getting haircuts by me, so he's just been along with me for the ride, and then that's something great, is to be able to maintain clientele from when you were in school to when you're actually licensed professional, because it's very difficult to maintain that clientele. People will always fall off by the wayside once they stop getting those $4 haircuts and you're over here charging like $30 now. So like I said, just be thankful for those people who've been along the ride with you for the long haul. So like I always say, you want symmetry in your haircut. So everything we did on the left side of the head, we're going to be doing on the right side of the head. So this area right here towards the top, towards the hard part, was giving me trouble, so I'm going to be reworking this area throughout this portion of the video right here. You can see me trying to get those lines out, trying to get it blended, trying to get it blurry, but I finally did get it. And after we get that portion done, we're going to revert to the beard blend, and it's just the same steps, like I say, as fading upwards with the haircut. You're just going to be fading down. So you just want to make sure that you're going against the grain, getting those blends in, just following your same procedure, your same steps, and you're going to go ahead and get that blend knocked out the way it needs to look. Always maintain, a system. Don't get lost in your haircuts. That's why I cut with a system. That's why I have a procedure in every fade, every different type of fade. I follow the same steps because I love consistency, and my clients love consistency. So we just edged up that C-cup portion. Now we're saturating the hair with water because we're going to be doing some shear work on the top. You want to make sure that you work that water in and make sure you get all the hair fully saturated so that you can have nice clean cuts. So we're going to be making a guideline here. It's going to be a traveling guideline. We're going to take the center portion of the hair, and that's going to be what we base all of our other cuts around. So once I get that center portion cut, I'm going to be taking a little bit of hair from the center portion and bringing it to the left side and cutting off of that guideline. And I'm going to be doing the same thing towards the right side of the head as well. Now, once we get all this taken care of, I have a little bit of overhang on the left side. I'm going to be doing a palm up technique, and we're just going to be cutting hair that is sticking out of the fingers. And you want to make sure that you are cutting with the direction of the hair where it's going. So the hair is kind of swooping to the left and towards the back. So that's how you're going to direct the hair when you cut it. Now right here, I am cross-checking all of my cuts. So we cut from back to front. So to cross-check, we're going to be going and cutting side to side. And like I always say, detailing is always crucial, and all cross-checking is detailing the shear work that you've already done. So you want to make sure that you cross-check your shear work, because you will find areas in the hair that aren't even, and you can get those knocked out. That way we have a nice even cut on the top. So just make sure you're cross-checking your shear work. Hopefully this little bit of shear work is informational for some of y'all who struggle with that. It was a huge struggle for me when I first started, that's for sure. But now we got the 245 Victory Fiber, and we'll be working this into the client's hair. You want to work it into damp hair, not wet hair, and just get that product saturated into the hair so you can maneuver it and style it the way you need to style it. After we do that, I'm going to go ahead and take my blow dryer, and we're going to go ahead and separate the hair so we can expose that part that the client wanted there. So after we do this and after we expose that part, we're going to go ahead and get to the beard work. Now I'm knocking the bottom portion of the beard down to a 2.5 like the rest of the beard that I did, and we're going to go ahead and get that edged up using our Slimline Pro allies. So the edge up portion will always tie the entire haircut together, in my opinion. It just makes the haircut pop even more, But after we get the left side edged up, we're going to go ahead and get the right side cleaned up with that 2.5, and then we're going to edge up that portion underneath the beard as well. Like I said, when you tilt the client back in the chair, it gives you more visibility and ability to get those areas underneath that are hard to reach if the client's sitting up. So with that, utilize your equipment to the full capacity that you can. It's there for you to use. It's there to make your job easier. Think smarter, not harder. So right now we're going to be applying that 245 shave gel to my client. We want a nice smooth shave for the client. This shave gel just helps with the irritability. You don't want that skin irritation from the razor being brazed across the skin. Also, you want to make sure that this shave gel is fully saturated into the hair, into the skin. That way it's a smooth, buttery shave. It's like you want it to not be pulling at the hairs. You want it to just easily come off, and that's what we're doing here. So now we got the triple cartridge razor by 245 using the Derby razors, and we're just getting this edge up knocked out. So we are going to be applying color enhancement to the beard. So right now I'm just making my shape before I lay down that color enhancement. So I'm edging up the C-cup portion of the hair. I'm getting my my outline of where I want to lay down the color enhancement. We're edging up the top of the mustache and just making sure we get everything nice and crispy. So what we do to the right side, we're going to do to the left side. We want to maintain that asymmetrical shape, and that's what we're doing here. So always use reference points to where you want the lines to be at. So with this client here, my reference point is right beneath the corner of the lip. What I use is I look at it and I see about half an inch from the corner of the lip is where I want that reference point to be. I also use the ear as a reference point to see where I want the curve to be in the edge up, and I do that to both sides. So I just use that reference point to make sure I maintain asymmetrical shapes. So with that, we're going to lay down some color enhancement. We're using that Tune 45 black brown color. They do have an onyx color now that I have not gotten, but we're using the Beam Team XL air compressor, and we're just laying down this color enhancement, making everything nice and crispy. It's coming out nice and smooth, the blend smooth, the lines are crispy, and that's the goal we're going for here. And I did overshoot on the beard, so I'm edging that up with the Tune 45 triple cartridge razor. And what I do is I always spray down alcohol onto the razor and edge it up, so that way we can maneuver that color and get it edged up flush with the actual hairline of the beard. So there's the final product of the haircut. We got a comb over with a crispy beard edge up. I appreciate you for watching this video. If you got something out of this video, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram @jblends_. I appreciate you for watching this video, and until next time, peace.